Welcome, everybody. So, how are you guys doing? How's your projects going? So, let's see. Hey, Cindy, welcome. By the way, Cindy, I like what you did with your animation. Hi, King.
Thank
Good
you.
job. Good job. So, out of curiosity, did anybody try doing what I suggested? We're having a ball bounce in and bounce out, and you guys could do whatever you wanted with it. Anyone? Besides Cindy. Okay, that's fine. Have you guys been playing around with the program? Yeah? Have you been working on that little bit of animation you had, Keen?
No, I moved on to a different project.
Okay.
Basically a super flour sack and a super ball, just duking it out.
Yeah? Is that something you want to share? Can you share that?
Yeah, I think I can. Let me just open that.
Okay. So, Liliana and Heather, how's your project coming? Yeah? Something to share yet? Maybe? No?
Maybe by the end of class.
Okay. Well, I was talking to Scott earlier, and what you can do is with your finished projects, if you'd like, you can forward them to Scott or send them to his email address so that you could see your completed projects. Tater, what are you working on, buddy?
Working on coding up my animation. Half my timing decided to break. I'm resyncing that. It's going okay. I think I got it now. But yeah.
Something you want to share it?
Not yet, but
Okay.
at the end of class.
Okay. Looks like Keen. You ready, Keen?
Okay, so play. Yeah, I didn't get to the part where the ball bounces right up, but you got the part where the ball bounces right up, but you didn't see where it hits the flour sack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see you got your ball flying. It's got a cape. Both of them, they got capes on, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Let's try it. Let's play it again.
Okay.
Very cool.
Can you see it punching?
I
Can you see
it
flour sack
right there.
punching the ball?
Right there. There.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while for you to know.
Good job. No, but you got your keys in there, and you just got to put more drawings in between. And
Yeah.
remember we talked about that last time?
Did you notice that the ball squished when it hit the ground, then grew longer when it was in the air, like it's being stretched?
Yeah, I noticed it squashes, and then as it's rising up, why don't you take us go frame by frame? Why don't you move through the frames? As he's rising up, you got the action lines, nice.
Then it gets hit. The ball falls down.
Get your.
Hits the ground, bounce.
You got your squash. There's your stretch.
That's basically all.
Looks good, but you got all the basic principles in there.
Got
Nice,
it.
very nice. Good job, buddy.
Okay.
Jay, how's yours coming along? Anything you want to share yet?
I'm almost done with the line art for mine. It's like half colored, but I'm procrastinating. So maybe
No
later.
worries. You are in good company. But you want anything that's shareable or not yet? You don't want to share it yet.
I think so far I probably shared all the things I would want to share.
Okay, cool. All right, well, I'm going to share. Cindy sent this to me earlier in the week, and she combined her dancing flour sack with the ball exercise I suggested, which it works out pretty good. It's pretty good. You want to roll that, please, Scott? That's awesome. So you got your flour sack dancing, ball comes in, there's that little bit of hesitation, then it drops, and then I especially like right here coming up where it's struggling to jump back up. You can see that, and that's your acting. Animators are actors. We act through the pencil or the medium. Very good. Good job. Well, I did a few things. I started doing what Cindy did and what I suggested, and that one's it's not complete. If you want to play the one where it's ball final, but it's not final, Scott, please. So the idea on this one was there was going to be a ball and then it sprouted legs. And after sprouting legs, it was going to bounce around and then it was going to stand up and I was going to play around with it. Once again, like Jay, I got distracted and did something else. And then let's see. Oh, here's a frog one. This was inspired by Nathan's frog. Now, this is kind of cheating because if you take a look at what I did is I drew the face where it's inside the body, so it's not touching the body. So all I had to do was establish the body, and then I could play around with the face, and I don't have to do the body anymore. But I could tell through the timing in the story, I could set it up, and then I only have to animate the fly. So it's a little bit of a shortcut because, you know, drawing it over and over. It'd be nice if I did have the frog move. It would just give more life to the animation. But this is kind of like what studios do. If they're on a budget, they will find shortcuts. Like if you look at Bob's Burgers, The Simpsons, oh, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, Hanna-Barbera was one of the first ones to do limited animation where a walk cycle might just be 4 frames. And then they would cycle it and repeat it. And then they'd have a lot of dialogue, someone talking, they show their head. And if you notice when they run, they all run the same because they use the same cells. Okay, and then this last one, I was once again just playing around. So this one's just a UFO. Kind of comes into the scene, hovers. I was going to add sound effects and I was going to do more. The UFO was going to come back. Legs were going to pop out of it and little people were going to walk off. But once again, I got distracted. But see, this is the thing with this program, you guys could play around all you want. You could start one and go, you know what? I'm going to change my mind. I'll come back to it. I'll start something else. Anybody having any problems with their animation? Have any questions? So it's pretty much, we went through the basics. Do you guys remember the basics of animation, the 12 principles? Anybody? Hello? Lie to me, say you do, just nod, yes. Okay, the 12 principles are squash and stretch, anticipation. Scott, if you could bring up that UFO again, please. So there's your squash and stretch when the UFO comes up from the bottom of the screen. And then there's anticipation. Before he goes up, the UFO goes down, then goes up. There's staging. There's not much staging going on here because I don't have a background. This was done straight ahead. Like a walk cycle does pose to pose. This one was just done drawing to drawing. Follow through and overlapping action. That comes in with your ease in and ease out. You got your arcs. Secondary action, if we had it, if there was a flag or a ponytail. Timing is crucial. As you know, sometimes if you might add a drawing and you could feel like it stutters, like it stays too long in a certain pose, then you take that drawing out. Exaggeration, solid drawing, and appeal. Those are the basic 12 principles. Hopefully, and if you don't remember them, you can Google them, look them up. Everybody's talking, it's all over the internet. But keep practicing. With this program, there's no reason that you're not wasting paper. It just makes it too easy to just do. Cindy, you said you were going to take it into Adobe Animate. Were you able to do anything with that?
Well, I was working on my idea for the project. I guess it was from Boogie's class where we're doing a take. And I thought, oh, my idea for that would have been good for Adobe Animate, but I sat down and quickly said, oh no, Animate it's like After Effects, but not like After Effects. It's like Illustrator, but not like Illustrator. It's like, I can't learn it fast enough for this class. So I quickly rigged my character, but then I couldn't do anything with it. Here's I just a screenshot, since I don't know how to screen share, but here's a shot of my character ready to go.
Nice.
And Animate.
But
I haven't done that. However, I decided just so I'd have something to show, and I'm sorry, I don't want to dominate the beginning of this class.
No, it's just, since everyone.
But I decided to go ahead and do it in Procreate, which I hadn't tried before, for animation, just because it's much nicer for drawing. And since there's no layers, just frame by frame animation, just making a guess as I went as to what I wanted to happen. And so here's what I have so far. So I can see from this places where I would want to change the speed of, if the feather or the eyes or whatever were all in different layers. In Animate, I would do more easing and all that kind of stuff. But here it's just all running at a flat speed.
Okay.
So let me see here if I can get it to show. Okay, here's the start screen. Go. I'm not putting my finger on the right place.
No problem. Hey, nice. Wow. You spent quite a bit of time on that.
Yes, I had no idea it was going to take that long.
Oh, that's pretty lengthy.
Let me see how many layers it is. It's they're all called layer 1, so I don't know. I don't know how many frames it is, but it's a lot.
The thing that I like about Procreate is that you have a lot more variety as far as brush control and variants. Basically, in Flip-a-Clip, you have a paintbrush, a pen, and a pencil. And you're only limited to opacity and size. So,
I mean, when I was working on that, there were things like I was like, oh, I wish I could do this like I can in Flip-a-Clip. Like I don't think in Procreate, when you're going to rotate an object, you can't set the pivot point like you can in Flip-a-Clip.
Yeah.
At least not that I haven't figured out. You just have to rotate it and then move it where you want it to go. So little details like that are nice about Flip-a-Clip.
Well, and the thing too, though, traditional animation, they didn't have any of that.
course.
So, you know, that's what I like straight ahead animation. I like a lot because you're free. You're not like when you're doing a walk cycle, you're locked down into I have to put the head here. I have to put the leg here. When you're doing straight ahead animation, you go with feeling. Well, you know what? What if I put it here? How's that going to move? And you can go and test it and see if that you like the way, because a lot of animation, it's feel. It's, you know, like when my UFO goes up and it stretches, it feels like it works. Now there'd be time like I did on my superhero flour sack. There was a couple of ones in there where I did some in-betweens and I did an extreme stretch, and I tried making a transitional frame where it had a little bit of both frames in it, the beginning and the end. So it was almost like when you're animating, you're visually connecting dots. You want the person's eye to go, okay, well, that guy's foot was here. If he's going to be kicking, you want to lead that eye to where that foot's going to go. So you're basically you're trying to create a pattern that the eye will naturally want to follow. So visually it makes sense. And timing, that's where timing comes in too. You know, if you have something that stays too long, it's going to look unnatural, or it might stutter or pause, or it'll slow the action down. But good job. You've been really working hard at this. That's why when you were telling me you were going to do it in Animate, I'm all, wow. Hats off to you. If you're going to do Adobe Animate, I was like, that's
like I said, I did Macromedia Freehand a long time ago, so I know I can do it. It's just been a long time.
Oh, well, and that's just the whole thing. It's just like the technology changes, the functions, they update programs, and it changes.
Well, I thought from my understanding is that they now have that warping tool, which is what made me say, oh, this would make sense for this little poop story. Was that you could do the warping and not have to redraw everything. So I mean, I'll still try to. That will be my goal after the class is over. That I will try to finish that and I'll send it in.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I'm looking forward to it. The thing about redrawing is, although it's time consuming, it's just more practice. Redrawing and redrawing. It's just you getting used to the medium of drawing on a tablet. But there are certain instances where you can save time by not redrawing, like I did with the frog. If, you know, to try to take a shortcut, if you can use the tools within the program, great. I highly suggest the draw. If you can draw it, draw it. Anybody have any questions? You guys doing okay? Let's see. Laura, how are you? Anything to share? There's Kat. How's your animation coming, Kat? Anything you'd like to share with us?
I haven't really done that much on my animation this week. Mostly just done still sketches and characters.
Well, we'd love to see some of that if you'd like to share that.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Come here, sketchbook. Well, everybody, has already seen this. I shared it yesterday.
Oh, very nice.
Updated version of Grace, my character. And then also, sketchbook. I'm sorry, my sketchbook is really confusing because it's almost full. Okay, there's a crab that I did.
Ha ha, I like it.
Crab character. Also part of a character Kip that Tater gave me forever ago.
And what character is this?
Keep.
Cool. Looks like it's coming along good.
Yeah. Thanks.
I like it. I like it. Amelia, welcome. How you been? You've been a little quiet. Anything you want to share? Any animations?
I shared one yesterday. I didn't do much because, like you, I got distracted and wanted to do a comic.
Yeah?
That's it. I don't have more.
What is anything that I haven't seen?
That you haven't seen. Yes.
Care to share that?
Sure. The rest of the class had already it. Do you see it?
Looks like it's, there you go.
I mean, Zoom is not the best place to share animation because it kind of looks laggy and etc. But yeah, that's what I got.
But no, I can see where you're going with it. It feels good. Wow, that's
Thank
a
you.
lot of work. You put a lot of work into that.
Yeah.
That's fun. I like it. They're cool. You got your overlapping action with the hair and the dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also the fur and the birds.
Uh-huh. No, it works very
That's
well. Good. You got
that's it.
you're using the principles. No, that's a lot of work. Good job. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
All right, Keen, I know you said you wanted to share something. What do you want to share, buddy?
It's not really an animation, but I've
Nice.
been working basically all morning on this.
Tell us about your character.
Honestly, I don't know what his name's gonna be, but he does have lightning powers. He's holding a ball of energy, and I have to decide if he's supposed to have a cape or not.
Okay. Cool. Well, awesome. Good. Thanks for sharing. So, Scott, if you can run that UFO sample again real quick. So this small little sample kind of deals with some of the principles that we've been talking about. There's not too much overlapping action. There's anticipation, squash and stretch, and timing, some exaggeration. But like I was saying though, with this program, you guys can do basically explore without any fear of wasting paper, wasting, if you had to do this the old fashioned way traditionally, this would be a bear. This would be a lot of work just to get to that. So Jay, how you doing? Anything else you guys want to share? You guys have any other questions? No? Okay. Here's Jay. Hey, Jay.
Hello. So I shared this yesterday, but I colored it. So, hold on. Let me fix the brightness. He doesn't have a face yet, so that's why it looks really weird. This is a character that Tater designed for me, and I can grab this is the original design. So yeah, I'm just doing a drawing. So yeah.
So what's the story behind this character? I like it.
it doesn't really have a story, I guess. It's just a character that I haven't drawn that I've had for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing. Well, this is our last week for animation, but I hope you guys still pursue it, especially with the program. I mean, it makes it too easy not to play around and explore in it. You can't do any mistakes, and if it is a mistake to you, it's just a lesson. You're learning, and that's how you learn, is just by doing it. Like I said, we went over the 12 principles, and if you're not sure and you still have questions, just Google it, because it's all out there. Google Frank and Ollie. They established the principles from their experiences in learning it from the 1930s. Book came out early 80s, and it's like the Bible to animation, if that is something that you want to pursue. But I can't see why not. You guys all got a great start on it.
Darrell, Laura would like to share.
Okay. Hey, Laura.
Okay, one moment for me to pull up. So I'm just drawing this right now. Yeah. I still haven't drawn the face, or the hand, but yeah.
So what tell us about your drawing.
So it's just a character, a drawing of one of my characters that I recently made with like a little OC creator that I found, but I really liked the design and decided to make it an actual character. So
No, it's got a very nice design.
yeah, it doesn't have a name yet, so that's just a backstory. It just is kind of a cute character, but yeah.
How'd you come up with this?
There is an OC creator that I found, and I was just kind of messing around with it for fun, and I actually made a cute design, so I decided to keep it.
Yeah, no, it's nice. Good job. I like it.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. That's awesome. So does anyone, what you got, Amelia?
I got this one. That's the one I distracted myself. It's one of the parts. You can see the writing because it's dark. But yeah. My
So,
pencil died in this, but okay.
so that's graphite. You use the pencil to do that?
Yeah.
Nice. Good
Thank
control of shading.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good control of shading. You got your central focus point, and then you got where your light's falling off. And you even have her highlighted closer to the inside of the light. You got some rim lighting on her, the edge of her. Looks good.
Thanks.
So is there a story? Is that a character for a story you're making?
It was a character with no story, no context, and etc. But my friends say that it should have a story because it has appeared a lot and they like it a lot. So I'm trying to tell a story.
Well, I like it. The picture is intriguing because it makes you wonder, what is she doing? What is she doing? Where is she going?
Yeah, it was the purpose.
That's cool. Thanks.
Thank
All
you.
right, Liliana and Heather, are you guys ready to share something with us?
So what I'm working on is very, very long, so
I know you're very ambitious.
don't have much yet, but because I'm animating a fairy tale.
Okay. Okay.
I really don't have anything yet, though. That's it. That's all I have.
No. Let's see it again. Let's see it again.
Okay, 1 second. There's an ad.
All right. From what little bit I saw, it looks very good. Looks very good. Looks like you had some effects animation in there. Was she turning around?
Yeah.
See? No, that's some complex animation. You know, no, that's a lot of work. And like Tater said last week, when everybody was assigned a walk cycle, and a walk cycle is complex. A walk cycle is complex, as you all saw. Scott, do you have my walk cycle available?
I don't have it queued up, but I can try to queue it up, see if I still have it.
Thanks. Yeah, walk cycle is very complex. You know, that was one thing too. You could either have worked on the project I said to, Cindy did, a lot of you did your own things, which is fine, or you can try to finesse your walk cycle. I was going to play around with my walk cycle, maybe add a tail or a ponytail, but I had a big race this weekend and I wasn't able to. But I did some other stuff like the UFO and the bouncing ball that sprouted legs. You guys can do the same thing. Have fun with your animation.
Hey, Darrell.
Yes.
I think Tater has something to show.
What do you got, Tater? Oh, hey, Ben.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
Class.
Hey, I just, yo, good to see you. Yeah, let me quick pull this up. Yeah, that's all I got.
That's cool. That was very cool.
Thanks.
No, that was fun. I liked it. That was awesome. Thanks for sharing, buddy. I was waiting for you. Like last week, you kind of were a little quiet, and it was nice to see what you've been working on. That's cool. So, anybody else have questions about animation in general? But you guys got.
Show something.
What was that?
Me, Nathaniel.
Nathaniel wants to share something.
Hey, Nathaniel.
Turn his camera on. Oh, there it is.
Oh, here, hold on. Let me turn it on.
Wow, look at that. You got some perspective going on. So you got the ball flying at you?
Yeah.
Good job. I like that you took on that challenge. It looks great.
Thank you.
Hey, Darrell, can I show something that's not animated, but it's animated, but it's not animated?
Sure.
So while you all have been doing some awesome work in animation, I'm playing with some painting. All right, there we go.
Very cool. That's awesome.
I'm timing myself, 10 hours.
That's awesome. That looks great.
It's not as cool as Liliana's animation with her fairy tale thing, because it takes way more work than that did.
That
or Taters.
that was a lot of work.
Taters
That
has a
was
better
lot of
soundtrack.
work. The turn, that was good. That was very good.
Totally impressed by your stuff, guys. Very nice.
Thanks for sharing, Ben. That was pretty cool. I like that. That's awesome. So keep animating. You have one of the coolest tools in front of you to do it. Keep drawing, keep animating. Remember the principles. Squash and stretch. It all starts with the basics. Work on a flag wave. As simple as a flag wave might seem to you, a lot of you thought a walk cycle would be easy. And a walk cycle is very challenging. And a flag wave will teach you about timing and secondary and follow through. because you're going to use that with ribbons, hair, a ponytail, fur, you know, like Kat had in her animation. You know, it's a big, there's a lot to it. But just if you keep doing it, you'll keep getting better.
Can I add to your comment?
Yeah.
Briefly. I think all of you are seeing how much work goes into this and the laborious nature of which animation can be in drawing after drawing, and how much you really have to put together to get a second, 3 seconds, 5 seconds of film. Can you imagine Chuck's unit and the master animators of Ben Washam and those guys cranking out 15 seconds of film a week? No, 15 feet of film a week, which is insane. So imagine all the stuff that you're doing and quadruple that, but look at the outcome of what you have afterwards. So all that hard work that you're putting in, even though it can seem like a little daunting at times, keep at it, because you guys are producing some really beautiful stuff, and it just takes a little time. Nothing that didn't take hard work was worth it. So all that hard work that you guys are putting in is totally showing. That's all.
Very true. Very, very true. Thanks, Ben. Yeah. And save your work. Save it. You know, it's just like your sketchbooks. Save your sketchbooks. You know, I know some people that tear out the bad drawings, like drawings they don't like, they tear their sketchbook ends up being like this thin, like because they've tear out so many bad drawings, or the ones they don't like used to be this big, but now it's like this. Keep all your drawings, because that's your history. So 2 years from now, you're going to look back at that and you're going, wow, look how much I've grown. It's your journal. It's your history of where you've come from and where you're going to be as you keep drawing, as you keep doing the work. Were you able to find that walk cycle, Scott, or no? If not, no worries.
I did, actually. I just found it.
Oh, cool. So once again, this walk cycle, as simple as it looks, there's a lot going on. Because a walk, once again, a walk is a controlled fall. So you're falling forward and catching yourself. And depending on the attitude, if your head's back and up or forward, you can do a double bounce if you want. That's something after this class is over, and we'll move on to next month's Mix It Up March. Keep working on your animation, because I'm sure we're going to be coming back around. And I would love to see you guys continuing animating on your own time. So when we come back to do it again, I'd really love to see the stuff you guys have been doing. Jay, you had a point to share?
Wait, what? Do you want me to share?
Yeah, you said your animation?
Oh, my animation is still unfinished. Let me look.
No pressure, no pressure, no pressure.
Okay.
Darrell, did you do this walk cycle for this class?
What was that?
Did you do this walk cycle for this class?
I did.
Dude, I want to be the Robin to your Batman. Is that okay? I'll be even like the third Robin, not even Dick Grayson. Just third Robin.
Thanks, brother. No, I saw Naylene was doing a walk cycle and everybody seemed geared to it. So I try to, if one instructor is doing something, I try to support that so that we all kind of are learning together. But I gave them a warning beforehand, like walk cycle can be confusing because you're watching your hips, you're watching the head, you're watching the fall, you're watching the elbows, you're watching the legs, everything you're trying to pay attention to.
Yeah, but that dude's got a strut. That's a strut. That's not a walk cycle. That's a strut cycle.
It's a strut cycle.
That's right.
Thanks, man. and Scott, if it's not too much trouble, if you can find the Flour Sack Hero, that would be awesome too. And it'll just reinforce all these principles that we've been talking about, whether it's a ball or a flour sack or, you know, a character walking. But like, you know, you, as I discussed, you have straight ahead animation and pose to pose. Straight ahead, just go for it. You just go, just have fun and just draw. And in your mind, imagine, well, if that ball was going to move, or if this character was going to move to this page, this side of the page, do I want him to move fast? Is he going to be jumping? Or is it going to be slow? Like I did a one exercise I was doing, I didn't post it or share it, but it was a ball, and the ball squishes and stretches and jumps in the air, and then it holds itself. And then it was gonna, and it started floating from where it was. But then I got bored with it, so I started doing something else. But like I said, though, you, with this program, when they were doing traditional animation with paper and pencil before, it's a lot of work. And imagine now, though, you're not wasting any paper. You don't have to take the paper, you don't have to put it down on the pegboard someplace and shoot it. You don't have to, for each drawing you do, you don't have to put it down, take a picture with the camera, switch it out, take another picture, switch it out, take another picture. That's how it was done before this computer programming. Before these apps and were available, it was a lot of work and you needed a lot more equipment. You guys can do it right now. You guys are so advanced versus other people that don't get access to this stuff till later. So you guys keep it up. I'm really impressed. You guys are doing a really good job. So here, super Flour Sack Hero. Squash and stretch, anticipation, exaggeration, arcs, follow through, some effects animation, all the basic stuff. And this was done straight ahead, you know, not pose to pose. And when you do it straight ahead, you're free. You're free to just draw and create. And if it doesn't work out and you don't like it, you can change that drawing in between without having to reshoot or film the whole thing all over from the beginning. But keep it up, you guys. I really wish you guys do, because I'm sure we're going to be doing, I hope you guys are with us for a bit, because when we do animation again, I'd really like to see you grow. You guys get that? Yeah, you guys are good. You guys are good. Just keep it up. You know, it's a matter of just, I used to belong to a club in college. A lot of my friends, they worked at different studios now, but it was called PMC. It was called the Pencil Mileage Club, because it was the more mileage you put on your pencil, the more you draw, the better you get. And that's the only way we're going to, Chuck, you know, like Chuck said, one of his instructors at Chenard, Graham, said, in each one of you cats, you have 100,000 bad drawings. The faster you get through them, the better for us and everyone else, for you and everyone else it will be. So just keep at it. All right, we got about 15 minutes left. Any specific questions? Mix It Up March is going to be next month. I might be doing a diorama. If any of you know what a diorama is, it's like setting up a little scene. It's like being a set designer, but you're making a small set. And I may be doing acrylics and watercolors. If you guys have any other ideas that you guys want to suggest, that you'd like to try to explore, feel free. Maybe do some arts and crafts stuff. But next month should be fun also. I really did like Animation April, especially the program that Ben, I think Ben and Aileen used it last year, they said. That Flip-A-Clip program, though you have a limited amount of tools with the brush the pen and the pencil, it's enough to get you going. It's enough to get started. All right. Keen, you doing okay? You have any questions? You gonna keep working on your animation? Good. Laura, Amelia, Jay, Kat, keep it up. You guys are really, I'm impressed too. Liliana and Rose, you guys are working on like a half-hour movie. I don't know what you guys are doing, but whatever you're doing, it looks great. It looks very great. Nathan, you took a challenging approach to doing a baseball coming at you, because that's perspective, which is, you know, I hats off to you, because it's not an easy thing to do. So Cindy, out of curiosity, which one do you like the most? Flip a Clip, Procreate, or Animate by Adobe?
Actually, I guess I'd probably put them in that order. I'd probably put After Effects ahead of Animate because I understand it better. The interface of After Effects makes more logical sense to me.
Yeah.
So I'm used to Adobe Illustrator, and you keep wanting Animate to behave that way, and it doesn't. So I have to figure out what's going on there.
Yeah. No, keep it up. You're getting it. You're getting it, and you're putting the time in, and that's a big part of it, is the time. Is the time to, like, sit down and draw. I like Flip a Clip because it's so direct, but then when you start adding extra stuff to it, it can be a little daunting, because you can be drawing on one layer and then move to another layer and forget, oh shoot, I'm on the wrong layer. And then you start messing up your layers, like, oh, I should have put the eyes on a different layer. Now if I mess up on the body, the eyes are attached to that, or whatever. But keep it up, because it's I can tell, like, you're really digging it. What'd you find the most challenging thing about animation?
Are you asking me or everybody?
Yeah, yeah, you.
Oh. I guess it's just the planning ahead. Like I say, I keep trying to take shortcuts, like as if I could do everything the straight ahead animation, and you keep getting to the point where you're like, okay, yeah, I can see how if I'd planned that out, it would have gone better,
Yeah,
or if I.
But straight ahead.
So you keep try not to resist the urge to do the extra prep work.
Yeah, but the thing about straight ahead animation is it can be more organic. You're less restricted, because you're just free to just do it. You're just free to draw and go with it. It's not like baking a cake, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. It's just, let's go for it. So everybody else, what did you guys find the most challenging thing about animation? What did you learn about doing this? Making it look realistic.
Making it look realistic.
Yeah, that is challenging. But here's the key. Here's something for you, Jay, to take away. It's animation. It's only as real as you want it to be. Chuck said the thing about animation is believability. Take a look at the Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner. Like, we know you hit a wall that hard, you're not going to squish into a pancake and bounce back. You're going to leave a spot on that wall. So it's just believability and having fun with it. Keeping it consistent is a good one. Yeah, Amelia, you're right. Consistency is, and that's why animation companies have model sheets. You all know what a model sheet is, right? It's a sheet with the character in different poses, different expressions, because it keeps the character consistent. It keeps them on model. Have you ever watched a cartoon and you go, oh, there's something about that cartoon that doesn't look like Bugs Bunny? Because it's either a different model or they were off model. This is true. This is true, Tater. Is your character can change shape. I don't know if any of you oil painted, but if you've ever oil painted and you start with a ball maybe this big and you're painting it, that edge on that ball can change and move, and that ball can grow. So your edges, the edges of your things as you paint can change. Like Tater was saying in animation, trying to keep it consistent and looking like it is the same thing through the whole thing. Yeah. My favorite Chuck Jones short. Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Yeah. I don't know if I have a favorite. I have lots of favorites, but not just, well, you know, what's Opera Doc is, you know, it's in the Library of Congress, and I worked with Chuck and Maurice. Maurice was the background artist for it, and he was the second background artist, actually. There was another one before him, but Maurice stepped in and took over. What's Opera Doc is pretty phenomenal. Yeah, Chuck took the whole idea of a cartoon to a different level. He had more shots, more angles, more changes, not like a Scooby-Doo cartoon, which was basically a couple of the same backgrounds that they'd reuse. What about you guys? What's your favorite Chuck Jones character? Oh, Jay, yes, you can share. I'm looking forward to it. Feed the Kitty's great. Scott. Monsters, Inc. Marvin. Yes. Is that your favorite character? Marvin? Yeah, a lot of people like Marvin. So Feed the Kitty. Do you guys know which cartoon is Feed the Kitty by Chuck Jones? That's the one with Mark Anthony, the dog, and Pussyfoot, the little kitten. And he thinks the kitten gets put into the blender and he puts the cookie on his back. Well, if you look at Monsters, Inc., frame, shot by shot, in Monsters, Inc., you remember where Mike thinks Boo gets put into the compactor? Watch that scene and watch Feed the Kitty. That scene, cut by cut, Sully's in the window and he faints. He thinks Boo's in the compactor. Expression by expression, timing is the exact same one from Feed the Kitty. That's their homage to Chuck Jones. I don't know if it's on the extra DVD information, but it's pretty phenomenal because if you watch them side by side, the expressions, the time it's all the same. Pretty good stuff. Oh, Tom and Jerry, there you go. Yes, when Chuck had his stint at MGM. Yeah, that's a good one. Wow, Laura, that's yeah. Not too many people would touch a base on that because Chuck went to MGM for a bit, but that's a good call. Yeah, Chuck has lots of good characters. It's tough to put my hand on any one. Daffy Duck's a cool one. Daffy Duck's great. You getting ready close to sharing, Jay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can just share now. It's gonna be a while till I actually finish.
No worries. No, we can have our premiere showing when Liliana and Heather show their 30-minute special. You can do a premiere show with them. Wally's good too. Animaniacs is great too. You know, it wasn't Chuck, but the animation is Warner Brothers. Speaking of Animaniacs.
So I have an animation and a drawing, but this is obviously unfinished, and I'm gonna probably change the pose a little bit and
No
obviously
worries.
face. This is the drawing that Scott recommended.
Speaking of Animaniacs, you guys, this is
Yeah.
one of my pride and
Wow.
joys.
I just kind of gave him a derpy face.
Oh, that's so cool.
I have Pinky and Brain. Oh, I love the brain. For good luck, I rub his dome.
And then I also have an animation.
Hey, look at what? You are just wild and crazy. Look at that. No, I want to keep watching it. Hold it
Okay.
up, hold it up. Home. See? I'll add the sound effects. Oh. I like that. Good job. And you got color in there.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna finish.
Jay does it all, everybody. Good job. Yeah. No, that was worth the wait. Keep working on it, Jay. Keep working on it. I wish we had more time to do the animation stuff because there's a lot to it. And once you start getting into it, like Cindy, you know, Lilian, Heather, you know, Tater, once you guys start getting into it, you kind of want to do more with it. So I hope you guys keep it up. Bravo. Bravo. Yeah, that was pretty cool. What do you got there, Cindy? Ah, nice. All right, since we're sharing characters, hold on. Here's my other favorite character. But it's not Warner Brothers. It is Disney. Darkwing Duck will always be special to me. Who doesn't like Darkwing? Yes, my whole side of my room is filled with action figures and toys. And that's the thing about being an artist. You know, there's always that little part of the kid in all of us. You know, we believe in magic, right? You know, the magic of drawing, the magic of art. Liliana and Heather, keep it up. You guys, that was really nice what you guys have done so far. It's a lot of work though, right? Yes, it's a lot of work. And I think that's one thing that everyone will take away with this is animation, like Ben said, it's tedious, it's daunting, but you know, you do it because you enjoy it. You know, it's the magic of seeing your drawing move across that computer screen or paper. All right, well, it looks like our time is about up. Any questions? Anybody want to share anything before we leave? No? All right. Well, it looks good. Keep drawing. I will see you guys next week. And next month is Mix It Up March. So if you have any suggestions or ideas, email me, Scott. Give us some feedback if you want to try to do something different. All right, you guys. Aloha. Thank you. Good to see all of you. Keep up the great work. Bravo.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Darrell.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.